Attention passionate LAS, Vegas Raiders fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the AFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Las Vegas Raiders' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Las Vegas Raiders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and LAS, Vegas Raiders FANS. Let's get to the news now, folks. Let's talk about the Las Vegas Raiders, a team that's been making waves, but not necessarily for reasons fans would expect. As we gear up for the 2025 NFL season, there's a lot of buzz around the roster, and one of the most critical areas right now is the linebacker core. You see, the Raiders have some experienced players, sure, but when it comes to depth and long-term stability at that position, things are a little thin. And that's a concern, especially when you consider how much the league values strong linebacker play in today's game. It's a position that can make or break a defense, and for the Raiders, this upcoming season could hinge on how well they address that need. Right now, according to the latest depth chart from ESPN, the starting linebackers for the Raiders are Devin White, Elandon Roberts, and Tommy Eichenberg. White and Roberts, both veterans with Super Bowl rings, bring a certain level of leadership and experience to the field. But let's be honest, neither of them are considered superstars at this stage of their careers. White, who was acquired in a big trade last season from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, has shown flashes of brilliance, but consistency has sometimes been an issue. He's a player with tremendous athleticism, a game changer when he's on, but he's also someone who needs to be more of a dominant force every week. Roberts, on the other hand, is more of a gritty, hard-nosed linebacker, a guy who does the dirty work and is excellent against the run, but again, not exactly a star-level player. What's concerning for Raiders fans is that beyond these two, the roster is largely unproven. The depth behind White and Roberts looks pretty shaky. There are some younger players and backups, but no clear standout who can step in and immediately elevate the group if injuries or performance issues arise. This is why many fans are already looking ahead, hoping the front office makes a move before training camp kicks off on July 21, 2025. And if we're talking potential upgrades, one name that's been making waves across the NFL circles is Germaine Pratt, the linebacker who was recently released by the Cincinnati Bengals. Now, Pratt is an intriguing option for the Raiders. For starters, he's only 29 years old, which means he's still in his prime. He's a proven starter, known for his tackling ability, finishing last season in the top 10 in the league with 143 tackles. That's a level of production that any team would love to have, especially in a linebacker who can also bring leadership to a young, developing locker room. Remember, Pratt was drafted in the third round of the 2019 NFL Draft out of NC State, and he made an immediate impact, becoming a starter midway through his rookie season. Over the years, he's earned a reputation as a reliable, hard-hitting linebacker who can cover ground and make game-changing plays. And speaking of game-changing plays, Raiders fans will remember one of Pratt's most memorable moments came in the 2021 wildcard playoff game against the Raiders themselves. That game is still talked about among fans. Pratt made a game-sealing interception in the red zone on the final play of the game, helping the Bengals secure their first playoff victory in over 3 decades. That moment is etched into NFL playoff lore, and it's a reminder of the talent and playmaking ability Pratt possesses. The Bengals, for reasons that seem more about contract negotiations than performance, decided to release him earlier this month, shocking many in the league. Pratt had been entering the final year of a 3-year, $20 million deal, and back in February, he requested a trade out of Cincinnati. So what does that mean for the Raiders? Well, it's quite simple. He's a free agent now, and he's looking for a new home. The Raiders, with their need at linebacker, could be the perfect fit. Not only would Pratt bring veteran experience, but also leadership and a hunger to prove himself once again. And it's not just about the on-field performance. Pratt has a pretty close relationship with some Raiders players, notably wide receiver Jacoby Meyers. The two played together at NC State, and Meyers has publicly supported Pratt's move, reposting the news on social media and expressing his hope that his friend finds a good landing spot. That kind of chemistry and familiarity could be a huge boost for the Raiders' locker room, especially with a young core trying to find its identity. Now, let's pause here for just a second. If you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Las Vegas Raiders news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. The potential signing of Pratt could be just the boost the Raiders need to solidify their linebacker core. Imagine a defense where Pratt, with his sideline-to-sideline range, pairs up with the likes of Devin White and Landon Roberts. That trio could provide a perfect mix of leadership, athleticism, and grit. It would also send a clear message to the rest of the league. The Raiders are serious about competing and addressing their needs head-on. With Pratt's arrival, the team would not only improve their run defense, but also add a proven playmaker who can step into a leadership role right away. But it's not just about filling a hole. The Raiders have a lot riding on this upcoming season. After a somewhat tumultuous 2024 campaign that saw flashes of brilliance, but also inconsistency, the organization is eager to turn the page and make a real push towards the playoffs and beyond. They've been building around young stars like Max Crosby on defense and a promising QB who is expected to take a significant step forward this year. But the linebacker position needs to be more than just a placeholder. It needs to be a strength, a position that opponents fear. And let's not forget the broader context of the AFC West. This division is as competitive as ever, with the Kansas City Chiefs still reigning supreme, the Los Angeles Chargers always lurking with their explosive offense and talented defense, and the Denver Broncos showing signs of resurgence under new coaching and with some key additions. The Raiders know that every game matters, and shoring up the linebacker spot with a player like Pratt could be the difference maker in close divisional battles. A strong linebacker group can control the line of scrimmage, disrupt passing lanes, and provide that extra layer of confidence for the entire defense. Looking ahead, the Raiders' coaching staff is undoubtedly eyeing this situation closely. The team's defensive coordinator has been emphasizing the importance of versatility and speed on defense, qualities that Pratt possesses in abundance. The coaching staff recognizes that adding a player of Pratt's caliber would not only improve the team's run defense, but also add a dynamic element to their pass coverage schemes. With his ability to read plays quickly and make tackles in space, Pratt could become a cornerstone of the Raiders' defensive identity moving forward. Now, speaking of the team's overall outlook, it's worth noting that the Raiders have been actively retooling their roster over the past couple of seasons. After a roller coaster ride of a 2024 campaign, which saw some highs but ultimately fell short of expectations, the team's front office is clearly focused on addressing weaknesses and creating a more balanced, competitive squad. The addition of a player like Pratt would be a clear signal that they're serious about winning now, not just rebuilding or tanking for future drafts. Of course, nothing is guaranteed in the NFL, and there are always hurdles in the way: contract negotiations, team chemistry, salary cap considerations. But right now, the buzz is that the Raiders are very interested in bringing Pratt in, and the fans should be ready to see how this story unfolds in the coming weeks. If Pratt joins the silver and black, it could be a game changer, not just for the linebacker position, but for the entire defensive identity of the team. It would also energize the fan base, who are hungry for a team that fights hard, plays smart, and is built to contend. Looking even further, the Raiders' draft strategy and offseason moves will be critical in shaping their 2025 success. While acquiring Pratt would be an immediate upgrade, the team will still need to focus on drafting young talent, especially at linebacker and other key positions, to build a sustainable, long-term competitive roster. The NFL is a league of draft and develop, and the Raiders are no exception. If they can combine veteran savvy like Pratt's with young, athletic players coming through the pipeline, they could be on their way to returning to the playoffs and making some serious noise in the AFC. And of course, the fans play a huge role in this journey. Your energy, your passion, your support, these are what drive the team forward. The Las Vegas Raiders are a franchise with a rich history, passionate fans, and a relentless desire to succeed. This offseason could be a pivotal moment, and whether Pratt signs or not, the message the Raiders are sending out is clear: they're all in to compete and to bring a championship back to Sin City. So, as we watch this story unfold, keep your eyes on the social media channels, keep the discussions alive, and stay plugged in for all the latest updates. The NFL offseason is always full of surprises, and the Raiders are definitely in the thick of it right now. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a new linebacker donning the silver and black sooner than we think, and that could be the start of something special. The team is building, the division is tightening, and the Raiders are ready to make their move. And now, Las Vegas Raiders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Las Vegas Raiders. Do you think Pratt is the missing piece? Are there other players you'd like to see the Raiders pursue? Let us know. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Las Vegas Raiders news. Thanks for being here, and as always, let's go Raiders!